Hello, today is Vlog Challenge day 16th. It's a turning back point, and today is May 24th, Sunday. So today is Sunday, so I usually do not put any sessions inside my schedule, and I relaxed. I watched Roman J. Israel from in Netflix with my roommate today. It was my fourth time, and yeah, today I'm not feeling emotionally very upbeat or anything, so no music today, and I couldn't really, put my voice out there today, so yeah, let's just talk like this for now. But yeah, basically, there was something really sad that happened in Japan. I don't know if you guys know something called Terrace House, which is Netflix show, and a girl just committed a suicide a day ago. And yeah, it's personally, it really it's not like I get really emotional about it. It's just that it kind of ticks me really bad. Because I feel that this suicide, how do you say this, matters to me. And I think it's deeply connected to mental health, and it's just a very difficult topic to talk as well. I think a lot of people loves to stay positive, and talking about the possibility of people might killing themselves is not positive, right? And that's just kind of sad as well, because I think death is something really close to us, and it should be talked about more often. So I hope that we can actually, not be shy and talk about it. And that's same for me. Like, I always fear that what kind of influence will I bring by talking about this, right? But still, for people who has those thoughts and who is struggling within themselves, sometimes they need someone that is courageous enough to talk about it. So let's start from me. My first time was when I was 14. I was bullied at school. I had a hard time with my parents at the time, and I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. So that really caught me into this mode of I don't really belong to this place. So that really ended up for me to be in a very dark place for a long time, but fortunate enough, I was able to get out. After that, it happened after probably more than 10 years. That was when I broke up with my ex-fiance. No. It happened during my ex-fiance's. We used to live together, and it was a very emotionally abusive experience for me. Usually when emotional abuse happens, people who are doing it is not really conscious about it, because that was how they were brought up. So I wouldn't say that it's all their fault or anything, but the experience itself was emotionally abusive for me. So what happened was, I didn't intend to kill myself, but I wanted to run away from the room, because I've hearing this negative words over and over again, and I needed to escape. So that was 24th floor, and I almost jumped off the balcony. So that was the second time. And I was pretty much broken. Like, it was a huge breakdown at the point, because the first time was 14, and after that my life was pretty well. Like, it was really good. I mean, good in the sense that I was achieving, and I was socially functional and everything, and but when that happened, I felt like, wow, I wasn't cured. And I think the thought itself that it's a disease is a mistake, probably, but that's how I felt at the time. The third time, I would say, it actually didn't happen, of course, that's why I'm here, but it was pretty recent. It was after the layoff. It was to the point that the thought creeped back in, but I was able to alter that thought, and now I decided to convert that energy into something more positive and something more constructive, so that I can help people instead of gearing my energy towards that thought. So it was pretty recent, but it wasn't really like I was trying to do something, or there wasn't anything situational there. It was more like the thoughts creep back in, and I was taking too much medications at the time. So yeah, it wasn't really a pleasant experience. But every time I hear about this kind of sad news, it's just it does affect my emotions, because it's just really personal to me, right? And yeah, people say, yeah, you should save yourself before you save others, but it's easy for you to say that. Sometimes I really, really feel that way. Like, logically, we all know that, and we're sick and tired of hearing people saying that. It's just not practical. When it happens, it happens, and that's life. And I just think that every day we live the day through, and that's good enough. That's good enough. Every single day, before we go to bed, before I go to bed, I lived the day through, and I'm breathing, and that's good enough. Yeah, so I used to think that me without being productive, or basically me without being productive, I wouldn't have any value towards myself, and I tied my value to that productivity, so that's how my emotion got really, really bumpy. But now I know that productive, regardless you're productive or not, we all have value. Matter of fact, that we're breathing, we have energy, and energy is practically value. So for people who is struggling to get through the day, I do really want to say that just breathing now and just getting through the day is good enough. That's a message for me and for everyone who might need it. Yep. So, yep, I will continue tomorrow. 10 minutes is up, and hopefully tomorrow I can be a little bit more positive. Good night.